discussed. Now let's move on to the third question. Same team. I have a team ID and team name. And these teams played the different matches. So here IN host means the matches which happened in India. India hosting matches. England hosting means the matches which are hosted by England. NZ hosting means New Zealand hosted matches. Australia hosting matches, meaning these matches happened in India, and England hosted match, New Zealand hosted match, Australia hosted matches. Very careful observe. In 2022, India hosted one series. Within this series, this team won the title. Which is this team? Can you guess it? What is this team?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. 3 is nothing but a New Zealand. New Zealand won the match. Next, in 2022, England hosted one more series, and here the title owned by
Australia.
Here in the New Zealand, who won? Australia.
Australia.
In Australia, who won? In Australia
New
hosted
Zealand.
series, who won? New Zealand.
New Zealand.
But in 2023, India hosted match. Who won it?
India.
India.
England hosted match.
New
Who won
Zealand.
it?
New Zealand.
New
Here, who
Zealand.
won it? New Zealand.
India.
Here, who
New
won
Zealand.
it?
India.
Okay.
New Zealand.
Here, New Zealand. Okay. So now you understood. Now what we want to do is, now tell me, India in this total 3 years, how many total titles they won? Total title 4. Okay. You can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How many titles Australia won?
2.
How many titles won by New Zealand?
5.
5.
How many titles won by England?
1.
Okay, very simple, right? So same thing we need to do. You need to calculate the number of titles won by each team. A title won is considered when a team hosts a match. You will then join this data with the second input to get the corresponding team name. Okay. Unpivot columns in host. India hosted, England hosted, New Zealand hosted, Australia hosted. So these all columns now you need to unpivot it. Okay.
Yes.
So maybe people who attended the ADF sessions in the fabric, in the data flow generation too, we have used to unpivot all the remaining columns, unpivot other columns. We have done that. So very similarly here we will be doing a unpivoting. When you do unpivoting, it is very easy. What happens? Year 2022, okay, India hosted. So 3, year 2022 again, England hosted 2. So like this everything will be converted into the proper column format. Then you need to just join it. Count the number of titles and join the result with the second input. It is looks like very difficult or very hard to derive this, but it is very easy to know the team ID and team name and number of titles won. So this is the output what we want, but it is very easy. When you look at here, you may feel little difficult. Only thing that you need to do is you need to do the unpivoting of this. Once you do unpivoting of this, I think this problem is very easy. Okay, so let's see that. So unpivot you need to do, then you need to apply the count and you need to apply the join team. Okay, come down. So this is the teams df. So this is the team id and the team name. So I'm considering it as a teams df. And next you have a match df. So within this match df you can see here, okay, India hosted matches, England hosted matches, New Zealand hosted matches, Australia hosted matches. Now if you come down, very important is now we need to do the unpivoting of this. So if you do unpivoting of this, I think it is one of the easiest problem. But how to do the unpivoting? Anybody heard about stack function? Anybody heard about stack function in PySpark stack function? Anybody heard about it? So I'll stop the recording after session is completed. I'll tell you some more use cases, those real-time project sessions. This is not only for the interview. This is we may need to do the unpivoting in actual use cases. I'll explain to you the real use case after stopping the recording. Now you see, it is very simple. Here is the fixed column. We need to keep it as it is. Okay, from the this data frame I am selecting. Here is the fixed column, but I want to create a two more columns called host type and a team ID. India hosted. So when the India hosted, we have a 311 titles. So there will be a row of data with the 311. Now, how the stack will work is, now how many columns that we are trying to host it, we are trying to unpivot it. How many columns? 4.
4.
That's why you can just put it as a 4. Maybe this number, if you want to, just if you want to make this everything as a dynamic, you can do it. But for now, I hard code it. But 4 um, uh, columns basically I want to unpivot. So first column name, I am just hard coding the column name as a India hosted, but India hosted match values, whatever is the 311, it will be coming here. So it will look like this: 2022, 2023, 2024. India hosted, India hosted, India hosted. Who own it, team? 311. Correct? Down again, 2022, 2023, 2024. England hosted, England hosted, England hosted, England hosted. Who won it? 3, 2, 3, 1. So like that, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to convert, we are trying to unpivot this particular row of values into the columns. Now when I do this, now you can see very easily. Okay, let me do one thing. Instead of this, I'll just order by something to make you understand very easily. Yeah, otherwise you can also understand this. This is also easy only. 2022. Okay, India hosted. Okay, let me download and show you how this is working. Otherwise, I'm not confident how you are able to understand this unpivoting. So this is the year. Okay, so year will be we are selecting as it is. Okay, but within this year, but if you say within this year team 2022, we have a 4 hostings. Okay, so that's why what you need to do is, you need to put this 4 hostings here. Okay, sorry, you need to put the 4 hostings here: 2022, 2022, 2022. Now what happens, these 4 rows I convert, sorry, 4 columns I converted into the rows. This is called the unpivot. I converted these 4 rows into 4 columns. Sorry, 4 columns I converted into the single row. This is called the unpivot. Unpivot means you are converting the 4 columns into a single row. Now what is the India host in 2020? Who is the owner? What is the value? The ID should commit as a 3. It is 2. This is 2. This is a 3. Understood? Understood, team. So next, for 2023 year also, again you need to convert these columns into the single row. Okay, you are doing a unpivoting again. Okay, for the same year you are converting into the unpivoting. Again it is 1, 3, 1, 3. Again in 2024, you need to again convert these columns into single row, unpivot. Understood, Tim?
Yeah.
So this is how you are getting 1, 1, 4, 3. Understood? So once you get it like this, Tim, how simple it is to identify number of titles owned by each of this team. How simple it is, right? Now what is there? You can just put it in the proper sorting. So group by team ID, count of star. So group by team ID means this is a one group, this is a one group, this is a one group, this is a one group. Now when you group it, count of star means there are 4 rows are there. You know that it is a 4 titles they won. So 2 rows are there, 2 titles they won. 5 rows are there, 5 titles they won. So firstly, you have done the unpivoting using the stack. Now this matched unpivot df group by team id, you see team id, group by team id, aggregate count of star as a number of titles won. Okay, let me just display this. Okay, so team id 3 won, total number of titles won is 5, team id 2 total number of titles won is 2, and so on. So once you get like this, you have a teams df, right? What is teams df? With the team id and the team name. So you are joining with the team df, you are joining this data frame called titles won df, titles won df. You need to just do a dot team id equal to b dot team id. Left to join, you doing. You can use even inner join. So a dot team name. So from the team df, I am taking the team name. From the b data frame, I am taking both the columns, team id and the number of titles won. Okay. Or if you want, basically, you can say number of titles won. Here you can put, because if you feel that the columns I want to select in the proper order, you can put it this way. Now you see it will come team id, I am taking team name, number of titles. Team id 1 India, 4 titles. Team id 2 Australia, number of titles 1 is 2. Team id 3, team name is New Zealand, 5 titles. Team id 4 England, number of titles 1 is 1. Understood, team? Everybody
Yes.
understood? So this is the third one.